In Naruto, we have met tons of characters. Masashi Kishimoto did a very good job of introducing new characters who made this show very interesting and amazing. However, there are still characters whom we know nothing about due to Kishimoto having limited time, and he could not properly introduce them in the story, and today I want to talk about them. About ninjas we know absolutely nothing about, not even names or anything like that. But despite that, we know that they were very strong ninjas because the lore implies so. But before starting, I want to ask you all to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more. I hope you all have a great day. Now let's start the video. I want to start this list with Minato Namikaze. He is the only Hokage whose family is unknown to us. Every other Hokage comes from the Great Family. For example, Hashirama and Tobirama were leaders of the strongest clan. Tsunade is their granddaughter, Hiruzen was the son of the legendary Sasuke Sarutobi, and Kakashi's father was the legendary Sakumo Hatake. Minato is the only one with unknown parents. He was close to the Sannin trio, Hiruzen, and the future Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, and was chosen as the next Hokage in his early 20s. He also had access and based his entire fighting style on the second Hokage's inventions and was very well known among troops. It's kinda unbelievable that a kid with humble origins could earn all of that just by being a good shinobi. I believe his father was as talented as him, from whom he inherited his genius, and it was due to him that Minato had access to all of that. I think Minato's parents were dead when Minato was a little kid, since we know that Minato and Jiraiya had spent a lot of time together. Jiraiya even viewed him as his own son, and I think the reason why Jiraiya felt responsible to bring up Minato was that maybe Minato's father was a good friend of his, and he did not want to leave his friend's orphan child alone. Minato's parents being dead also makes sense, since if they were alive, I'm pretty sure they would raise their grandson. I'm hoping someday we will hear about Minato's parents in Boruto. Also, I made a separate video about his parents where I talk about them in much greater detail, and I highly recommend you watch it. The link will be in the description. However, his father is not the only mysterious ninja around. We know that he was a member of Team Jiraiya, which was a genin team of Konohagakure led by Jiraiya. Its only known member is Minato Namikaze, whom Jiraiya took special interest in on the belief that he could be the child of prophecy. Minato would later become the fourth Hokage. In a flashback that Kushina Uzumaki had, Minato's black-haired teammates can be seen sitting behind him at the academy. We never got the names of these people. I think the left one could be from the Sarutobi clan, since his clothing and skin color look like young Hiruzen's. He could be the father of Konohamaru, or he could be from the Akimichi clan because of his chunky appearance, and the middle one could be from the Hyuga clan, since he covers his forehead, where the Hyuga clan's seal is usually placed. In any case, they must be extremely strong, since every ninja of Jiraiya's was S-class. For example, Naruto, Minato, Nagato, Yahiko, Konan, all of them were the leaders of their villages, and I don't think Minato's teammates were exceptions either. Anyway, I plan on doing a separate video about them where I explain their identities in much greater detail, so stay tuned for it. Just like Minato, Konohamaru's parents are also mysteries. We know that he is the grandson of the third Hokage and nephew of Asuma Sarutobi. However, we don't know who his parents are. In the Boruto one-shot, it is revealed that Konohamaru's parents were elite Jonin, both part of the Anbu and under the direct command of the Hokage. It seems they were very strong ninjas, and I wish we heard more about them. I hope they're still alive in Boruto and that we see them in the series. I think it would be a nice connection for Naruto and Konohamaru if Konohamaru's father was also a member of Team Jiraiya, just like Naruto's father. Konohamaru's father is not the only mysterious Sarutobi in the series. We know that Hiruzen was the son of the legendary Sasuke Sarutobi. According to the 4th Naruto data book, he was a ninja that the 3rd Hokage, Sarutobi Hiruzen, admired and looked up to. He was Hiruzen's own father. Hiruzen's talent, who had mastered all the 5 nature transformations and was called Professor, is an inheritance from his great father, Sarutobi Sasuke. During a conversation with Biwako Sarutobi and Kushina Uzumaki, Mikoto Uchiha noted that she named her son after Sasuke in the hopes that the boy would become a splendid ninja, just like his namesake. So we can see that the lore really hypes up Sarutobi Sasuke a lot, and I'm very disappointed that we never got to see him. A couple of days ago, I made a separate video about him where I talk about him in much greater detail. I recommend you check it out. The link to the video will be in the comments. Most of you probably don't know, but there was this one guy, Hikaku Uchiha, who was a member of the Uchiha clan before the founding of the Hidden Leaf. According to the 3rd Naruto databook, despite his young age, he was one of the clan's most powerful shinobi and also was endowed with great leadership skills. He possessed the clan's Kekkei Genkai, the Sharingan. His exceptional exceptional skills and talent make me think that he was Indra's reincarnation before Madara, who was famous by possessing particularly strong chakra, even for Uchihas. I believe that just like all the known Indra's reincarnations, he also had rivals from the Senju clan, who unfortunately we never heard about. I plan on doing a separate video about previous incarnations for Ashura and Indra, so stay tuned for it. Hikaku Uchiha was not the only interesting ninja that we don't know a lot of things about. In the third Naruto databook, it is written that Setsuna Uchiha was a shinobi who had doubts about the second Hokage. He planned to reclaim power from the Senju clan. I wonder about his clash with Tobirama Senju and how they settled in the end. We know that toads are the most recurring summons in the series due to some of the main characters being able to summon them. They reside in Mount Myoboku. The toad summoning contract has been signed by at least 6 people. Apparently, the last 3 are Jiraiya, Minato, and Naruto, while the first 3 summoners haven't been seen in the series. We can't really read or recognize the first 3 summoners' names, as the writings are completely chicken writings. It's probably the way or style of how the old generations write their names. I wonder who they were. I'm pretty sure if they were some low-level ninjas, they would not be able to sign a contract with toads in the first place. I hope we hear about them more in Boruto. Also, we know that the 8 gates are 8 specific tenketsu along the chakra pathway system. With each opened gate, individuals are given access to more and more of their body's chakra, thus increasing their physical strength and speed. Ninjas able to open the 8 gates have existed since at least the time of Madara Uchiha. Since Madara's era, there have only been a few known users: Might Guy, Rock Lee, and Kakashi Hatake. It seems someone had opened the 8 gates in Madara's era, otherwise he would not know about the red aura and have knowledge about this technique. Madara is not the only one who would encounter the 8 gates before Might Guy. Kisame had also fought a few 6-gate guy level ninjas before him. Opening these gates is not an easy thing. All of these ninjas have to be extremely powerful, otherwise they would not be able to open them. Unknown legendary ninjas aren't only characteristic to the Hidden Leaf. We know that a Kage is a title reserved for the leader of one of the 5 great shinobi countries' hidden villages. We know almost every Kage and have a somewhat good impression on how strong they are. However, there was one elusive Kage, the 3rd Mizukage. We don't even know his name, even though the 3rd Mizukage's abilities remain mostly unknown. The fact that he was chosen as the Kage of his village suggests that he was the most powerful shinobi of Kirigakure in his time, as the village chooses only the strongest warrior as its leader. Even before becoming the Mizukage, his power was such that he was chosen to be the bodyguard of the first Mizukage. When Hagoromo Otsutsuki revived him, we could see his soul, which had an appearance of him before dying. We could see that he had aged considerably with notable creases, visible frown lines around his mouth, and much lighter colored hair, which means he had most likely died by natural causes, which is really impressive in the ninja world. Also, during the first 5 Kage summit, which was the only time when we saw him, his eyes were constantly closed, and when he was revived, we could see his eyes, which were completely white, which makes me think that he was blind, and thus had one of the most unique fighting styles, since I don't remember seeing blind ninja in Naruto, and it's such a shame that we never saw him in action. The Akatsuki also had several mysterious ninjas, for example Kakuzu's partner before Hidan. Sometime after defecting from an unknown village, he joined the criminal organization the Akatsuki, becoming Kakuzu's 4th partner. In the anime, during a battle with several shinobi, he was eliminated by Kakuzu, who later, upon being chastised by his teammates, claimed he was too slow and should have simply dodged his attack. Kakuzu later took his heart. Although most of his abilities remain unknown, the fact that he was accepted into the Akatsuki proves that he was a powerful shinobi. He was also strong enough to have Kakuzu consider his heart worthy enough to take. In the anime, he was shown using a sword in battle, implying he has some skills in Kenjutsu. It also seems that Kakuzu had a partner before him as well, since he talks about his previous partners in plural, which implies that he had killed more than one partner before Hidan. I wonder how strong his previous partners were. Almost every member of the Akatsuki was Kage level, and I doubt that his previous partners were exceptions. Anyway, I guess this is all for today.